So here we go, first project back. I'm going to using these 2 pieces of timber. I'm doing it with just stuff I've got in my workshop. I have got some hardwood, but I don't actually think it's very usable. So hang on a second, I'll hobble over. Have you noticed I haven't got a crutch? I'm still using it a bit to go out for my walks, but I haven't got a crutch. I'm 6 weeks tomorrow. Come on. I got some oak, but it's all, I did cut it down. Was going to do another project with this oak, but it needs a load of work, and I don't know. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that on there. It's quite bowed, so not flat, and it'd take a lot of work. And I figured, although this is hardwood, so maybe arguably it'd be a better mallet. But I'm going to glue these together to create the bigger block, and it's only a carving mallet anyway, so it's going to be nice and round. So I'm going to use my brand new knives for whittling and carving. Come on, bring it! So that's where this is. I'm going to glue these up and get that first stage. Okay, we're back on my little fun project with me carving stuff. Here we are. We've got the. I'm making a mallet. That's it. Get my brain in gear. Who has to get their brain in gear? I have to get my brain in gear all the time, increasingly more. Is it an affliction that when you get to a certain age, your brain starts not working? I mean, I've had that on and off all my life anyway, for reasons I won't go into now, but right, hopefully you can see that. We've got that nice chunky that I've glued up. It's come out of clamp, put that in yesterday. That was as much as I did yesterday. So now I'm just going to start setting out my mallet. Duh. So I need to get a nice size. So let's work something out. I've got just trying to get some physical size, because here's a good mallet here. I don't want it that big. It needs to be, that's maybe a bit too small, although I know it's a marking gauge. Yes, I do know. Yes, I have lost it that badly. That is not a mallet. No, so that feels the sort of size, maybe a bit bigger, but I want something that's just nice and easy on the hand. So at Grandpa's workshop, he was going on about his marking gauges, and there you go, there's one of mine, and yeah, I got one of those as well. That's actually new. I've not used it. I've used this. I've not used this in anger, so I'm looking forward to doing some stuff where I use me marking gauge in anger. Going to do some nice dovetail boxes and things. I've got some. I've had some timber up in my store. Well, a store. Hardly loads, is there? But I've had some really nice mango. So I don't know if any of you had done anything in mango, but I'm digressing from this project. But yeah. I'm going to do some a really nice sort of box with a lid and everything, and I'm going to carve into it. Well, that's what I'm planning to do, so I think I'm going to do something nice with that, which will be a nice little project. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than this perhaps, I think. So that's one of my marking gauges. So I'm going to just sort of set that out, and I'm going to roughly, let's come about there. That's, yeah, that feels about right. So we're just going to square it, start to get an idea for the actual physical size, and then I think we're talking about a handle which is roughly about that sort of size. this is complete guesswork. You can tell I'm totally winging it with this project. I'm sort of getting a rough size. So that looks quite nice. Head about that big. That looks quite a nice size. You can see that on there. So you start to see some shape. Let's measure it down the other side. Okay, that was a challenge, getting them out of their packaging, as always is the case. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strop them. I've got a brand new strop, some stropping compound. I've got another strop up there actually, up here with my sharpening stuff, but I bought a new strop because particularly wanting to get into hand carving, and you can follow me on this, that'll be interesting and fun. So I'm going to strop these just to get them up. How does that feel? That feels, yeah. That's got a gorgeous feel. It's a fixed blade, so it won't ever go out of here. And again, a nice carving knife. Has for the detail, a detail carving knife. And this one is for removing. I've got for removing lots of amount of material. So we're going to strop it. So let's put some stropping compound on. Oh, nice. Okay. Something you do need to do, and I've noticed on other wood carving channels, the professionals, shall we say, not me, who is going to go on a journey of wood carving, is to regularly strop. So regularly, every so often, I don't know what it is, I can't remember, maybe it's every 30, every 50. To be honest, just checking and then regularly just stropping your and then it stays sharp. So it's important to do that. Safety gloves on and safety bandage. You can get it, where's my box? Here you go. If you want to order it on Amazon, cohesive bandage. 5% spandex. Well, when did I last wear spandex? Answers in the comments when you last wore spandex, if ever. Morning, back again. It's a lovely day out there. I'm doing a couple of hours, or no, actually I'm not doing a couple of hours, maybe I'm just doing a little bit at a time as I'm getting back feeling it this morning. I've been pushing myself with some of me walks and me exercises, and certainly it's aching, but I'm only 6 weeks, so I don't know what to expect. Any of you guys out there that have had a hip replacement, then yeah, let me know. Anyway, enough of my ailments. Here's me little project I'm doing. Yeah, I know. You saw it a bit on the bandsaw, but I've cut away a lot of the waste. I figured that that's actually going to be more fun. As much as I wanted to carve it all, and if I'd have been somewhere out in the woods and making a tool, then maybe I would have done. And I'll progress to that. So, cheating, yeah. Bandsaw, no, hang on, get my finger in the right direction. No, there it goes. Bandsaw. Can't get the angles right, which is not very good for a woodworker, is it? Can't get your angles right. Right, there you go. We've got the makings of. I am going to hand carve this now, so let's see where it goes. first things first, safety. When you're carving, I don't want to lose my digits, not now. I put my thumb, and I was very lucky many years ago working in a big workshop, building furniture, and I put it through the table saw, and I thought I'd cut my thumb off. Panic. But I was very lucky. It went very deep. There's a nice scar there. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see that. I've got a big scar on my thumb, which is sort of hard. So, but I've been quite fortunate. Maybe because I haven't been doing woodworking as a career for a long time, since many years ago. So maybe I've dodged that one. And now, see, when you're young, I'm not going to say foolhardy, but you think you're untouchable, don't you? Who remembers those days? If you can remember those days, who remembers when you thought, yeah, I can do it? Nah, safety, what safety? The elves, they were non-existent in the workshops I used to work in. So, but now I enforce my own elves in here. Health and safety, the elves. I've got me. Oh look, there you go. Health and safety. Oh, I can't get my finger working like that. Come on, look. There it is. First aid box. So I've always got it. Right. Safety on. Safety gloves. Got me safety bandage. I'm just going to sharpen up my knives. So just strop them. I want to get this one a bit sharper if I can. Not sure it's as sharp as it could go. If I was Bear Grylls or somebody, I bet this would be like, you could have a shave on it. I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to start whittling away. Oh, look at that. Doing what we call, I believe, a stop cut. Would help if I was away from the vise. I'm going to cut that in, get that down. Well, you can see the shape, the handle shape that I've outlined the pencil there, so I know where I'm going. So I want to be, let's get a line, let's work a line there, and I want to be coming in there, so I want to get down that section, down. So the handle's beginning to take shape, looking quite good. Starting to round it off a little bit, starting to take shape. That's coming up quite nicely. Feels, beginning to feel quite nice. Always trying to work with the grain, just working out which way the grain goes. It goes that way in there and then it comes back, so just looking to see which way the grain goes. So just drawing a circle for the top. Start to remove this waste. Well, that's coming off nicely, isn't it? That's not bad at all. Very easy on the hand. Bit of a croaky throat there. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Just carving through a little bit of oak there. That, if I say so myself, is perfection. Yeah, it's going to get bashed about. It's but it's a mallet. It's meant to be. Very happy with that. Very happy. A carving mallet, hand carved. Now there's a thing. Carving your own carving mallet. Really impressed, as you can see there. It feels nice. It's lovely weight. It's not going to be. I used me rubber mallet sort of as a template for the handle. But I'm really pleased with that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I certainly haven't seen that before, so maybe that's new. Lots more carving stuff coming on, so please like and subscribe. And I'd love to see you back here at the Small Workshop Adventures. Got lots more coming up. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye!